Pursuant to chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, notice is hereby given on the 15th day of July, 2026. Board of Directors of the ECUD of Ector County will hold a regular board meeting at 2:30 District Boardroom located at 1039 North Moss, Odessa, Texas, 79763. In attendance at this time is Mr. John Kelly, Mr. John Hendricks, Mr. Darrell Pando, and myself, Troy Walker. Can we start with a prayer, Mr. Hendricks?
Absolutely. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we pause for a moment to say thank you for this day and thank you for everything. Father, we ask you to guide us today as we meet. Bless our directors, bless our employees, bless those who are in charge or who run things. Father, allow us to make great decisions, to be genuine in what we believe in, and that we stand for the people of our county. Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for everything. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. First order of business, Jesus is in Monahan's, but he is on his way. Public comment. Does anybody else have any public comment? Just flips for me? No. Hey, Mr. Moody.
Hi. You know, whenever this new board voted in, out there in the deal, somebody started talking about you. You got mad, walked out, said you had to put one, okay? Okay, all right. Here recently, Miss Debbie Hay got upset, said she felt like everybody against her. She got mad, walked out, okay? All right, here we go. You got board members, but not working together. You need the other board member y'all replaced. I never seen him. Never seen Mr. Hendricks here in a meeting at all. Never heard his name. Never seen him here in a meeting. And all of a sudden, we got to replace the board member. So there's a qualified man to be on it, but we don't want to do that. We want Mr. Hendricks because he's our friend. Okay? Yeah, y'all's friend, somebody's friend. So therefore, it ain't nothing but a buddy kangaroo system in here. Because all y'all want to do is what y'all want to do. We got friends. We don't want nobody else in here that we can't control. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm seeing. You know, it's a body talk BS walks. I guess he got money so he can walk in here and be a board member when he never come around. You know, and it's no, there's no nothing here. It's all trash. Y'all not trying. Y'all in my area. Y'all can get them. We get water because I done seen writing on the wall. They'll have no plan to get me water, and that's the end of the story. And a lot of people out there know that. So that's my opinion. Only reason I'm here because I need water. If I didn't need water, I would not waste my time coming up here to talk to y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Jeff Avery coming?
He's not here,
We'll
so
move on to number 3. Order calling November 3rd, 2026 director election, ECUD board. Discuss, consider, take action to approve. Order calling November 3rd, 2026 director election for Ector County Utility District number 2026 7-15. An associated certificate of resolution authorizing the president and any other necessary party to sign documents associated with this agenda item. Do we have any discussion?
It's not really a discussion, I got a question, but, when we ran last in November,
Yes, sir.
our positions were numbered. Are these numbered this year?
they will be on the ballot. But the order that was adopted lists the positions, so as they make their application, they'll put on their application what position they're running for, and we'll put it on the website. It's already on the website.
But how do we know in advance what the position is?
What was that, Nicole?
I believe it's places 2 and 5 in the draft order in the packet.
It is.
And who's who?
Who is 2 and who is 5, Nicole?
And I'm sorry,
Do you know who is 2 and who is 5?
that's gonna be something.
Thank you.
That's gonna be something.
I thought that was the case. I'm 2 and John is 5.
It's listed on the
I was
website,
gonna
Director
suggest,
Kelly.
on your web.
Yeah, it's on the website.
Yeah, we'll look.
Sure that,
I'll look. And we'll check.
Whereabouts is it?
that's what we make sure, just to make sure that it has their place number.
Yes, ma'am. I think when I ran the first time with Will, I was on the ballot as number two, but it was my place, but it didn't ever show up on the ballots.
There weren't places.
Yeah, it was all just free for all.
But, maybe, if anybody runs, they need to know.
Yes, sir. Who they're running against?
I mean, it may or may not make any difference, but.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And Mr. Kelly, they do, when they fill out the application, they do have to designate whether they're running for place 2 or place 5.
I understand that, and that's one reason I was asking who was who on the positions. I mean, it has no bearing, we just have a number basically, and that's it. For each board member.
Well, there could be a situation if Director Walker fills out his application and then a second, resident or constituent puts an application in, but nobody puts an application in for position 5 except for Director Hendricks, then it's only position 2 that's gonna be on the
On the
ballot.
ballot.
It will show, Mr. Hendricks will still be there, but they'll have to select him on the proposition that there'll be nobody running against him for his position.
Right. Okay.
Or you call somebody up to replace me. All right, do we have a motion to, accept the,
I'll make a motion, we approve the order calling November 3rd, 2026, Director Election for Ector County Utility District Order number 2026-07-15 and associated certificate for resolution and authorize the ECUD president and any other necessary party to sign all documents associated with this agenda.
I have first by John, do I have, or Mr. Kelly, do I have any second?
I'll second.
John Hendricks seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0.
I did-
Motion passes.
I did have another, are we getting back on our discussion?
No, I had the discussion
But
first.
Director Walker, I am for
The discussion goes after.
After the second motion, but anyhow.
Do we need to discuss that?
No, I looked up that 2026-07, not the -15, because that wasn't listed on the website, but I couldn't find it this morning. It's,
No, this is the order in your meeting packet. This is
What has been put on the website.
the date of the meeting.
Sure, but the director-
2026, that's the order that's in your meeting packet.
This order hasn't been put on the website.
not
I'm
the order.
sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, Nicole.
You're talking about the reference in the agenda where it says this
No.
order number 2026 has been hosted.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm talking about on our website when it lists the board of directors, above the board of directors, it has, I think, Texas chapter code 2026 dash, something or another. And I looked that number up to see what it meant,
On y'all's
and I didn't see it.
on y'all's website now, it's government code 2051.202. And then I did just want to note on y'all's website, it does not list y'all's position numbers.
I didn't see them either.
It says board members, Troy Walker, Sama president.
Okay. Number 4.
But the place numbers should be on the website in order for people to properly fill out their application.
Yes, ma'am, we'll get that repaired. Okay.
In the meantime, I'm gonna pull up, the statute for Mr. Kelly.
Number 4, annexation petition, discuss and consider and take action to approve the annexation of lot 8, block 2, Alita Privada, a subdivision in Ector County, Texas, according to map or plat, cabinet B. Pages 184A and B, plat records of Ector County, Texas. I assume that everyone's had a chance to look over the annexation of this. So I make a motion that we approve this annexation. I have a second.
Second.
Made a motion by Troy Walker, seconded by Daryl Pando, all in favor? Well, wait, is there any discussion?
No.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
4-0, motion passes. Okay.
No, it's not that.
Um, annexation petition number 5, discuss and consider and take action any necessary to approve the annexation petition of lot 13, block 57, Western Hills, third filing, a subdivision of Ector County, according to model map or plat of record on volume 8, page 19, plat records of Ector County, Texas. Do I have a motion to accept?
Motion was accepted.
First by Daryl. Have a second?
Second.
Second by John Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. Annexation petition number 6. Discuss, consider, and take action, any necessary action to approve the annexation petition of lot 1, block 45, Western Hills, third filing. In addition to the Ector County, Texas, according to the plat thereof recorded in volume 8, page 19, plat records, Ector County, Texas. Do I have a motion to accept this?
Motion was accepted.
First by Daryl,
Second.
second by John Kelly. All in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Number 7, discuss, take action, consider and take action necessary to approve the petition of all of lot 10, block 17, Western Hills subdivision, a subdivision of Ector County, Texas, as is the same shown as by map or plat thereof record, volume 7, page 10, plat records of Ector County. Save and accept all oil and gas mineral hereto of record, all restrictions on the water, use of water on record, and all easement of record. Because it's a full block, it has more stuff to it. Yep. I have a motion to accept this petition. First by Daryl, second by John Kelly, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Receive the general manager's report regarding the following. For delinquency, disconnect, collection, referrals, and financials. Ms. Debbie Hayes, you have the floor.
You have your financials, of course, are part of your package. There really wasn't anything out of the ordinary in the financials for this month as far as any extra expenses or the water bill being more. We haven't written off any water leaks in a while. Of course, we're a couple of $3,000 from hitting our budget number, so we're watching that very closely. And again, most of that's usually written off during the winter months when we have leaks. I do have one on my desk right now to look at that's for almost $1,000 that we'll need to, that I'll address with staff. So basically, when you look at your financials, you'll see that your total revenue coming in was around 707,000. And your expenses, again, there were not any expenses that were out of the ordinary at all. So your expense side was 406,230. Your loan payment of 146. Major total expenses at 552,691 for a profit of 155,243. On the activity that has occurred in the field and in the office, there were 255 work orders that were prepared by the staff. Total phone calls for the month were 1,226. Inbound was 856, outbound was 370, for an average phone call of a little over 2 minutes. The average number of calls are around 41, which was a little bit higher than previous months, but I think some of that could be attributed to the 17 million that the county got, as we've got, that number is going to increase when you see that for July, along with the phone calls. There were 516 delinquent letters that were sent out for a total dollar of around 149,386.92. Accounts that made their payments after receiving their letter were 355. So dollars collected were $119,039.44, with a remaining balance of $30,347.48. And at the end of the collection period, there were 39 accounts that still did not make their payment, for a total of $7,096.97. And they had to turn water off at 39 customers. There were 245 manual reads. And after going through the system, they reduced that down to only 53. So there were 53 that the field staff had to go out and look at and get a manual reading on. For taps that were installed, there was one tap for ECUD that staff installed and one that the customer contracted out. And so new meters installed this month were 24, for a total year to date of the new Metro meters, 197. So that was pretty good. To kind of bring you up to date on some you'll take one of these and pass it down. This is some information that was provided by Kimberly Horn in the master plan that they are working on for the county. So this is a master plan for the county. And if you look at this map, it's very self-explanatory. It shows that this green is Gardendale. This area all out here that has a little pink, blue, and yellow is all West Odessa. And this down in this area is Pleasant Farm. Okay? So then if you will take it and flip the page up. This is our area. So you'll see that there's a pink area that's all the way far as west as you can go, out to 866. That in the middle is the blue, and then the yellow. Now, Kimberly Horn broke this down into 3 different pressure planes. So if you look at the very top of the page where it's pink, it says future pressure plane. That would require a pressure plane and additional infrastructure to be able to get water to those areas. So their infrastructure cost, if you look up there, the total cost is $54 million.
Just to get water above the pressure point.
Just for the pink.
Yeah.
Look for the pink. So just for the pink, the distribution cost is 40. The facilities cost is 14 million, for a total cost of $54 million. And those numbers are up there in your little area. I'm just reading them to you. The upper pressure plane would be your blue area. And so for that area, the distribution cost would be 103 million. There wouldn't be any facilities costs because that's where your pump station already exists, along with one of your elevated storage tanks. So there's no facilities cost in this blue area. But the total cost to get water to all of those people in that blue area is 103 million.
So if we had $103 million, we could give all these people water,
Just in blue.
just in blue. Okay.
But in blue is for the existing ECUD district.
Well, some of it, yes, sir.
Not necessarily. No,
There's a
Yep.
bunch not connected
Well,
to.
we got several dots in there, so that's the majority of ECUD.
that's the majority of it. So then if you look at the yellow section, which is the lower pressure plane, the distribution cost for it would be 20 million. Again, you would not need any facility cost because that you have the pump, the elevated storage tank that sits on trip. So the total cost would be 20 million. So if you took the 54, the 103, and the 20, the total cost to get water in the entire area is $277 million. $277 million. Okay? So if you wanted to know what that cost is in relation to Greater Gardendale, their total cost is 19 million to get water to everyone that they would need. Their cost is 19 million. The Pleasant Farms, it would be 104 million, and that's predicated upon the county and the city being able to do an interlocal agreement to where they took on all of the billing, collections, and the maintenance and operation like they used to do for the
Out here.
UK. Would cost them 104 million just for all the infrastructure, and that's tying onto a line that's going down 385, which hasn't been confirmed or anything. Because again, these are county master plans. So while we are, I feel like the district as a whole, whether you take it before I got here in 23 or moving forward from 23 moving forward, and that's all I know, is that the district has spent a lot of money in infrastructure for West Odessa, considering that the only really revenue that they've had is off of customers' bills or the 45 million that was borrowed. It took the $45 million that was borrowed for two of these pressure planes to not have any infrastructure cost in addition to what the cost would be to just put pipe in the ground. Now, we can agree or disagree on where some of that infrastructure was placed. We can agree and disagree where any of the storage tanks or anything was placed or should have been placed. But regardless, that's $45 million. And then you turn around and you got $10 million ARPA money. And now you're getting 16.5 million of funds to put into the ground from the county that came from the legislature. Now, so that's a lot of money that's been put into a community, into a growing area. But if you probably compare that with other communities outside of Ector County, I'm not sure that they could match the dollars that have been spent in this area. So while we continue to try to receive outside sources, today we got our approval from TCEQ for the expansion of maybe an additional 500 customers on the $21 million grant.
Good.
And so the money that this board approved last month to allow Kimberly Horn to proceed with that. Thank you to the board members that understand that is a process that has to be done in order to even move any of this forward. That is going to be a lot of money. That is going to be work in progress in our community, and probably more forward motion in trying to help people get the water. So for that, this board ought to be very happy for what we have all done together. You should be very happy, because there's a lot of people that are receiving water that didn't. And there looks as if there's going to be a lot of individuals moving forward that are going to be able to receive water as well.
Good.
So out of your 17 million, so Kimberly Horn kind of messed up a little bit. Bless her little hearts, pointed heads. They were supposed to send out letters to phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. They got real rambunctious and just ran them little suckers through the little Pitney Bowes machine, and out they spit and right into the mail. So 700 letters hit mailboxes of people out here. And when they all got them, well, guess what? They all called. They all called here.
Right, my water.
They all called. So we have been inundated with phone calls. I'd say Monday, this is the slowest it's been. Monday and Tuesday, we had people out the door, didn't we? There, you couldn't have found a parking place out here. So that's a good thing to have, as far as I feel. It's a good thing to have. So just to kind of give you where we're at, on bid package 1, we've had 3 completed packages. 2 will need to be annexed in. And there were 62 letters that were sent out. In bid package 2, there were 14 packages that have been brought in and completed. And there are, out of those, 2 need to be annexed in. There were 362 letters that went out. Bid package 3, which is Knox Village, there's 8 that have been completed, and none of them so far have needed to be annexed in. We have had some that have had letters returned, bad addresses, which have been about 12. And I took this count yesterday, so I don't know what they've done today. So as we move through this, that's 25 individuals have completed their package, paid their deposit. We help them find their warranty deed or any information to keep from them having to go and get one. And then there's 4 that have been annexed in that you did today. Okay, which brings me to this. So right now, I went over there and I counted 25 pieces of property that are going to need to be annexed. And so those will need to be on the next month's board meeting. As we move forward this project, I would recommend to this board that we don't list 25 annexations. So what I, nor
Or print it all.
nor do I want to print a notebook this thick. And the cost of printing paper, ink, and the time on my printer. So I would like for this board, we discussed this before, and I would like to recommend that as we move through these projects, that we put the annexations as an exhibit. And we will list all of them, and then we will be glad to email you all of the documentations that go with it. And then that way we can annex them in one swift, in one motion to get them all annexed in.
Okay, real quick, do we have any discussion about that?
Yeah, well, not necessarily about that, but back on the Knox Village, you said we would have 25 to be annexed in, is that correct?
There are 25 all bed packages. I don't know that they're all in Knox Village. The 25 annexations would come from all three bid packages.
Whoever signs up for water is gonna have to be annexed in, aren't they? 'Cause I'm assuming none of them's in our district.
The ones in Knoxville.
The ones in Knox Village. But I'm not gonna tell, there are some that are annexed in, these three bid packages.
Why, we've already voted them and annexed.
In the
them.
past, yes, sir.
Okay,
Mhm.
so they just decided they want to be annexed whether they have water or not back in the past. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of them in phase one are in the district or have been annexed too. And there's not gonna be near as many in that.
No,
And part of them in phase two have also been annexed into. Okay, can we make a motion? I make a motion that we, just do the exhibit on the annexations next month instead of printing a whole bunch of stuff. Let's just send it to us via email.
not just next month, but as we
Well,
move forward.
moving forward.
Through this whole project.
What exactly do you have in mind as far as putting it down in black and white?
We'll word it,
Yeah.
where it'll say the annex.
Legal description?
No, we'll put all that on an exhibit, that you'll get the exhibit with the legal, but you'll get all the documentation emailed to you.
Understand that. What are we gonna be putting on the agenda?
It'll say to annex all properties as attached on exhibit A.
And there will be
An exhibit A with all their their description.
that you will leave by email.
That exhibit will be part of your package,
Okay.
but the documentation,
And all that can be emailed if you want.
correct. And if you don't want it, please tell me, because it'll save us from scanning it all and sending it to you. I mean, it's up to you, but, I mean, we have the hard copies here. For sure, but I need to get them done so that we can get them annexed at the clerk's office.
Can you email who it is before we request whether we want all the documentation?
Who the person is?
Yeah, all the properties, not necessarily people. List the properties, email those to us and I'll look at it and say.
Yeah, we can do that, because, yeah, because I mean, yeah, what I can do is we, like this list that we already know, we can prepare a list on a weekly basis and send them to you. And then you'll get a list every week. And then you can look at it. You can even come up here and look at them. We have all of that. And if you want to come up here, come up here. If you want it all emailed to you, then we'll scan it and email it all to you.
Do I have a second on the annexation package? Second by Daryl. All in favor? Aye.
What are we putting that in?
I just put it under annexation package. I just added it up. Did you say yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. 4-0, Pat, motion passes.
And then the last thing on my report is that I do need to schedule a budget workshop. We do need to schedule a budget workshop. We need to probably schedule that in August. So I don't know what your vacation schedule is, but I'll call and visit, but we do need to do the budget and go through it. And I know that there's some things that each of you have mentioned your concerns with, or a direction that you would like the district to go in. For example, I know that some of you have looked at some of the cost of things and if we should buy more product because of the cost of goods going up. Should we do that and put those items on the shelf? Some of you have mentioned doing away
Hey,
with.
wait. That stuff needs to stop.
Good.
Debbie's trying to talk over here.
I'm listening.
Well, we need to lay our phones down and devote our full
That's
attention
right,
to
turn off the
this.
ringer. I had text, too.
Yeah, to Mr. Walker.
There was replying back to.
Go ahead, Debbie.
Asked if I was coming.
So, I know that there has been some discussion on where else we should grow the district. And so I've given you some numbers based on the county's plan as to what that would really look like. Now, we know that I told you that we had around $1.5 million, that we had some money. We used that to purchase some meters. We used, another piece of that million, 1.5, to hire Kimberly Horn. Hopefully for the 21 million. So that leaves us a little bit of money left over. So I don't know whether we want to use, some of that money for product to put up on the shelf. If you want to use it, keep it to make sure we have it for any major breaks that we have, like we did at 1936 and 16th Street or 42nd and Moss. So there's some different things that you can do with it. I don't know that you could do a whole lot with trying to put additional pipe in the ground by the time we pay for engineering drawings. Went out for RFQ and all of that, that there would really be that pipe. Does that make sense? So, just some things like that. I know Director Kelly, he's very passionate and I understand it and get it about trying to alleviate a lot of the functionality that PSC does. I know that Daryl has made a comment, one or two, about we need to adjust maybe the water station's cost. So I guess what I'm saying is that on any board that I've sat on, or at our commissioners court or the city council, when a particular board member has a passion or feels like there is a need for, in this instance, ECUD. I think that when you come to the board meeting or you put something on the agenda that we need to do away with this person, this company, we need to grow this. I think it's beneficial that the board member bring what that solution looks like. If you want to try to get rid of, let's say, the accounting firm, well then, what is your solution to get rid of them? Who are you going to hire in their place? How many employees is that going to take? Does that look like it's going to cost less money or more money? And is it going to be done in the course of 3 months or 6 months? If you're going to decrease the services that PSC is going to do for the district, then what employees are we going to keep? Or does that mean you're going to lose employees? How many employees do you want to have the license? What other services is PSC going to be done with? And how much does that really affect the total cost of the dollar amount that we pay them a month? Those are all things that every commissioner, every city council member, and it doesn't matter if it's the West Texas Food Bank or what board you sit on, that if you're going to have ideas and how to grow this utility district or make it function better to your liking, then the way to do that is to help the other board members and staff with your actual business plan of how you want to do those things in writing. And so when we have this board meeting or workshop on the budget, if those are the ideas that you're going to come with, then I would appreciate you to respect the other board members and staff to come with what you feel like we need to cut, where we need to grow, and how you expect us to get from A to Z. So that it doesn't take, it's just not stuff just thrown out there. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes, yes.
So if y'all will just shoot me what days in August are good, then I will try to get that scheduled, because we do need to get that done so we can adopt our budget in September.
You're talking about like in the afternoon sometime? Like,
Either the afternoon or the morning, I'm flexible, so, it's whatever works for y'all as a body. Whatever works for y'all to try to meet. And, you all have the financial statements for every single solitary month, so you know where money's being spent. You know what's gone up and what's gone down, but if you've got any questions before that workshop that we set up, come call me, come see me. Johanna and I will be glad to answer any questions that you have. Help you with whatever business plan you're trying to put together, whatever direction you're trying to go. And that's the end of my report, and I thank you very much.
Dave,
Thank you, ma'am.
and prior to this, budget meeting, will you send us a copy of this past year's budget for us to look over?
Mhm.
A couple of weeks before the meeting.
I think we said the same day as the board meeting, just before.
Works for me.
I don't want to stab you in the eye.
Why? Before, not
I
after.
don't want to spend all day up here.
Well, I mean, I'd rather get it out of the way.
I make a motion, we approve receive the general manager's report as stated.
I said,
Second by Darrell Pando, all in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Number 9, all consent agenda items are listed and routine by the board will be enacted by a single motion. No separate discussion or action of any other items is necessary unless directed by a board member. Discuss and take action as necessary regarding the minutes from the June 10th meeting, 2026, and the regular board meeting and June 24th, 2026 special board meeting. Also to discuss and consider and take action regarding the accounts payable for July 15th, 2026. Is there any discussion? Make a motion then. No? No, you'll read
how much? Accept them.
Yeah, just accepting the minutes and the
Motion, we accept the minutes.
accounts payable.
That's good.
Motion made by Darrell Pando. Do I have a second?
One second.
Seconded by John Hendricks. Any discussion? We're good. All in favor, say aye. All opposed?
Nay.
3-1, motion passes. All right, nothing further,
Voted against, Kelly.
Yes.
yes, Mr. Kelly voted against it.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, I make a motion that we adjourn. Second.
Director Walker, real quick, I probably could have addressed this in Deb's report, so my apologies. I believe it was at the special meeting on June 24th. Or it could have been at the June 10th meeting, I'm not sure. I think there was a question regarding, like the phone numbers for, customers to call if they wanted to pay for their bills by phone, and that number not being listed on the bill. I have since seen a copy of the bill, and the phone number is not on the actual bill. So I didn't know if that was something y'all wanted to address or look into. I know if you go to your district website, you'll see the phone number to pay online or pay via phone, but, so they can actually go to the website. We'll find another way to locate that phone number.
Jamie went to get a bill, she didn't come be right back. Our copy of it. It's on the website, but it's not. Jamie went to get a copy of the bill. She'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
But there is a copy on the website, but there's, I mean, a phone number on the website, but there's not one on the.
I never see the bill, I, no.
Well, I had two people call me. Well, I had one guy call me Monday, and he called up here and they said, we don't take
Yeah,
payments
we
here.
don't take payments, you gotta take it through,
Well,
Here's a copy of the bill. And here is our phone number, 381.
but
that's your number.
that's our number,
The
but
number
they're
is-
saying to pay the bill. Pay the
The
bill.
number. It says on the back, we pay by phone 24 hours a day.
So what's the question?
There's no phone number for them to call 24 hours. a day.
For $80.
Yeah, so.
Because that's usually the number they always call.
See, on the back of one deal, it shows all the ways you can pay.
Mhm.
You don't have that copy. And by phone, it says pay 24 hours a day by phone, and there's no phone.
Yes, that 1-855.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. It is. I was like, it's on here.
It's not on my bill.
So see right here where it says payment, says
Yeah.
855-234-0365. That would be the phone number that you would pay, where it says payment options, pay by phone right there.
Okay.
And down here is our phone number. So
I will
Who is it?
I will bring my bill in this afternoon.
Okay.
And it's not on there.
Okay, but this is it. Yeah, you should have just called us.
He did,
Huh?
he did.
Yeah,
The guy called,
yeah.
and they said, we don't take payments here. And I said, no, they don't take payments. But I said, they know the phone number for Houston, you need to call them back and ask them for that.
It's on.
But why is it not on my bill?
Mr. Kelly.
They're all
your
printed
bill?
by the same company, so
Yeah, Mr. Kelly.
I don't know. I'd have to look at your bill.
Yes, ma'am, Debbie. I mean, the government,
I'd have to look at your bill. They're all done by the same person.
Yeah, if you want to send that to Ms. Hayes for her to look into, because when you sent it to me, I didn't see it, I didn't see that phone number.
I didn't either.
All right, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 4-0. You all have a good month.
That's the next thing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all do realize, board,